beautiful people of God. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today's vlog, I'm going to take you guys along with me to go deliver this cake in Douala. So I was so pumped. I had high energy to go deliver this cake myself, just so to ensure that it reaches in one piece. And more to that is because it's a subscriber here from YouTube who ordered this cake. So this is me telling that subscriber who ordered, thank you so much for patronizing me. I'm so grateful. As in, my heart was full. I was so happy. Thank you so much. But before we even start our Douala trip, let me show you guys the cake proper. So when I tell you guys that I understand the Bible verse that says cleanliness is next to godliness, as in, look at this beauty. Now, not only does the cake look so beautiful from the outside, it tastes amazing in the inside. The cake had so many good reviews and the person loved it. So that was me just like, thank you so much. I'm happy you guys loved it. So my dad now took me to go and drop me off at Douala Park. And fam, quick story here. My dad is what we call British man. I said my dad and keeping to time 5 and 6. See, if you are to go somewhere and it will take you 1 hour to get to that place, my dad will tell you to leave the house 2 hours before that. So that was what happened on this day. I had calculated in my head that from Limbe to Douala is going to take me 1 hour 30 minutes. At most, it should be 2 hours and I'll be in Douala. But my father said, Elomo, you shall leave the house 4 hours to the time. And in my head, I'm like, that's too much time to spend on the road. So he's like, you never know what can happen on the road. Anything can happen. The road is not your father's house. The car can have a breakdown. You might meet any unforeseen circumstance on the road. It's just good to always leave when you have so much time ahead of your delivery time to spare. And that was what happened. I was just like, okay, let me obey. So I got into my dad's car and he went to go and drop me off at Douala Park in Limbe. So I got into the car from there, heading to Douala, and family members, see what I met in Douala. Serious traffic just at Dangote cement factory. So the driver at this point told us that if you know you're hearing in this car, just better drop down because it can take you like 5 hours just sitting on one position before getting to run point itself. In my head, I'm just like, nah, you're exaggerating. And by the way, I cannot even drop down from the car because I was carrying a cake. So I was like, how am I going to carry this heavy cake moving about from Dangote cement factory up until round point Daido itself? So myself and a lady and a kid who was inside the car, could not just drop because she too had luggages in the car, so she could not like be dragging her luggage all about the place. So we sat there and it started raining. I'm like, thank God I did not drop her. Look at this rain. This rain would have made me while I'm trying to go to round point. Family members, is the driver putting his head on his hand for me? As in, Klando drivers are always in a hurry, but traffic had made him today to actually slow down and be patient. And then, family members, while I was sitting, all of a sudden places became dark. So dark, thunder, and then it started what the British man was saying. It rained cats and dogs. It started raining so heavily. Everywhere was dark. A lot of thunder, lightning. In my head, I'm like, God, I beg, let us not reach wrong point and this rain is still falling. How am I going to transport this cake, move on that rain? Even if it was sealed with the wrapping, I'm like, no, God, I beg you. Not knowing that, family members, the rain was telling me that, I'm going to stop, I'm going to clear out, but the traffic is not going anywhere. So after about 1 hour 30 minutes of the serious rain falling, it finally reduced, but the traffic did not reduce. As in, we were still stuck in one position. The driver even went down at some point, discussed with his fellow Klando driver, came back. Douala traffic, when cars turn off their engine, it means that they are there for so long, as in they don't want to burn their clutch. So that was what happened. People had turned off their engines. As in, the traffic on this day, mind blowing. This is the second time in the history of my life on this Douala road that I'm experiencing this kind of traffic, as in spending 4 hours on one position. I just said, okay, I now believe what they say. What an old man sees while sitting down, you cannot see even if you climb the tallest Iroko tree. Musango boss from Limbe is also struggling to enter this town. As in, all of us are struggling. All of us are struggling to get into the promised land, our economic capital. All of us are struggling to get in there. But family members, the road was blocked, and in my head, I'm just like, okay, thank God I left Limbe really early enough because both lanes were tight, were blocked. I see. Anyway, so I started praying in my heart, like, God, I beg, oh, I beg, let me just reach this place in time for me to go and deliver this cake quietly. I don't care. Maybe this traffic can hold me when I'm coming back, but not now when I'm still going to deliver. Because some people will not even believe that you were stuck in traffic. They will believe you left Limbe late. So that was my prayer. And then we finally left this place. This road leads to Douala, to Yaoundé. Those who are going to Yaoundé will take this diversion, and then we took this road that we went and met the area where they load cars going to the west region. And this was where it was a dead end, as in the driver just told us here that, see, it looks like this place we're not even going to shake in the next 6 hours, just drop down and start moving. That was how Kuku said, okay, this is already wrong point. So I Kuku dropped down from the car, carried my cake until past, and went and met where they take cars going to where my destination was.
Chidi, vous allez toujours rester pour arriver là-bas au rond-point. On peut descendre, non? Le problème, c'est de trouver la moto. Nous, on a la valise. Dieu, tu mets sur la terre, vous partez doucement. Ici, là, c'est au moins 1 heure de temps.
So I finally got a bike to take me to Bonamusadi, and found the distance which I trekked from where I dropped from that car till the point where I got this bike. You guys don't even want to know about that. As in, there was some serious traffic happening at one point. I think there was a road maintenance happening. There was something like that. So the entire area was blocked, as in it was a dead end. Cars were not moving. I was literally passing in between trucks just to cross the road and go to where I was able to get a bike. In my head, I'm like, if this truck just loses brake here and just smashes me in between these cars, what will I say? But the Lord is our combined strength. Anyway, thank God I reached in one piece. And then upon reaching Carrefour Maitu, this is Carrefour Maitu, the whole place is dried, as in rain has not fallen there for like 1 week. In my head, I'm like, why is this place so dry? And serious sun. It was so sunny when we got to Bonamusadi, and the roads were so clear. And my head, I'm like, it is not how a road is supposed to be, Douala. Why can the entire Douala not just be like this? Why do we have to suffer small before we enjoy small? Anyway, this is their council. That glass something, blue glass something on my left hand side, that is Bonamusadi Council. And we passed through the market area, Bonamusadi local market, and this is like one of the most expensive local markets in Douala, or if not the most expensive local market in Douala. And around here, you have the Catholic Church Bonamusadi. So every time I come to visit Douala, that's the church I attend. And then I realized a new development here, that they have now they have built a secure area where people can park their cars when they come to the market. Because there was a lot of theft. You park your car to go and enter the market, and by the time you're coming back, those boys have opened it. They have taken some things. When I saw this area, I was like, okay, good innovation here. So I reached my destination in one piece. Thankfully, the cake reached in one piece, as in nothing had shaken, nothing had moved. I was so happy. So I stood here waiting for the person who had to come and pick up the cake from me, and only the son that was here, family members. Anyway, the person came and picked up the cake, and I took a bike heading back to Run Point to go and enter the same traffic which I had struggled to leave. And at this moment, I was just thinking in my head, like, who do I have in Douala that I can go and visit? Because I did not see myself spending 4 hours again, wasting 4 hours of my life in traffic doing nothing, because at this point my phone battery was dead. I could not even sit in the car to edit because I did not even move on my editing phone, because that phone is even half dead. So I don't even want to even stress that phone. And this phone I was using to vlog, it was already almost dead. The battery was dead. So in my head, I'm like, better I spend that 4 hours talking and gisting and bonding with a friend than wasting it just looking at places in Run Point. But unfortunately for me, that was when nobody was available for me. The only friend I have left standing in Douala, it's only at this day that she went to go and visit her family in Bamenda. So I just had to go quietly to Run Point and get a car heading back to Limbe. And family members, my original plan when I was leaving Limbe was that I was supposed to stop at a friend's house in Mutengene on my way back to Limbe to give her these drugs, which she had asked me to buy from a pharmacy in Limbe, because the drug was prescribed to her in Mutengene and she could not find it in a pharmacy in Mutengene or Tiko. So I told her I was going to buy for her in Limbe, so that after I deliver the cake, I'll pass and give her. We'll bond just a little bit before I head back to Limbe. But the traffic in Douala just told me, this girl, you're making your plans. Have you considered me? You have not considered me. So you're just joking with those plans. That was how that plan just got trashed into the trash can. And I just sat in that car like, okay, this is me concluding this video. Like, my phone is almost dead and I'm still sitting here. I don't even know when I'll reach my father's house. But I'm happy I delivered that cake in one piece. Just the thought of it, I'm like, it was worth it. So I got to Limbe pretty late and I was so tired. I just crashed. Now, in the midst of all of that, when I just remembered I was a subscriber who ordered the cake, I'm like, I will do this. I will go through this struggle over and over again, 100 times for any of my subscribers. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you unfailingly by the help of God on my next one. Bye.